Out here, being isolated is a serious operational risk. By the time a localized pest or a soil nutrient deficiency is spotted, in a field like this, an entire season's yield can be lost before physical help ever arrives. This chart shows the structural bottleneck of traditional agriculture. You have millions of farmers operating at the top, but the supply of credentialed agronomists trickles down to a fraction of a percent at the bottom. The Farm Advisory application acts as a digital bypass valve for that bottleneck. Looking at the main dashboard, it opens up multiple access points to expertise, ranging from instant AI assistance to dedicated expert and model farmer bookings. Success now depends on filtering. With advice coming from every direction, the actual work is cutting through digital noise to find the one specific, accurate solution for your immediate crisis. The platform operates as a tiered ecosystem, escalating from instant digital chatbots to physical farm visits. Choosing the wrong tier has consequences. Applying broad, generalized digital advice to a highly specific, localized soil problem can cost you just as much time and money as doing nothing at all. If you are time poor and facing a crop issue, the dilemma is matching your exact problem to the correct app function without trial and error. Maximizing this app requires a strict scenario match. For every problem, you have to weigh the trade-off between how fast you need the answer and how hyper-local the advice needs to be. Let's map these tools. The y-axis tracks immediacy, how fast you get an answer. The x-axis tracks contextual depth. Up in the top left, we have AI and guides, fast but lacking specific context. Looking at the guide section, reading 5-minute articles on market demand or soil fertility gives you an immediate dose of broad-spectrum agricultural theory. Similarly, querying the AI chat gives you a rapid triage path. You can quickly pull standard crop cycle timelines or identify common pests based on typical symptoms. The trade-off here is extreme. These digital tools completely lack an understanding of your specific soil biome, water table variations, or unpredictable microclimates. As a result, the AI and guides should be used strictly for baseline education and rapid initial triage. They are not built for diagnosing systemic, localized crop failures. Moving down the matrix to the mid-right, we sacrifice some speed to gain significant contextual depth. This is the expert consultations tier, where you book virtual sessions to speak directly with credentialed agronomists and veterinarians. The interface shows these experts are heavily vetted and highly responsive, with most replying in under 2 hours. Currently, the platform is heavily subsidizing this access, pricing consultations at 0 shillings to remove the barrier to entry. The outcome here is verified, professional guidance that can actually factor in your regional data and seasonal history. But because the connection is remote, a critical constraint remains. The expert's diagnostic accuracy is strictly limited by your ability to clearly photograph the disease and communicate the symptoms through a screen. Remote experts serve as the optimal bridge for complex issues, provided you possess the digital literacy to act as their on-the-ground eyes and ears. That brings us to the final tier of the platform, sitting in the bottom right. This represents the slowest immediacy, but the absolute highest contextual depth. Here, you identify successful local peers and commit to the travel time, logistical effort, and potential future fees to physically visit their property. The app replaces faceless advice with specific individuals, connecting you to experienced operators like Mr. Isma Sinyonga right in your district. By walking a neighboring field, you get ape peer-to-peer visual proof of successful practices executed in your exact climate and soil conditions. The logistical friction is heavy. It consumes hours of your day, it doesn't scale in a rush, and its value depends entirely on the specific expertise of the neighbor you visit. Model farmer visits are an invaluable tool for strategic, long-term operational planning, but if you are facing an urgent, mid-season crisis, this tier is entirely the wrong choice. To avoid trial and error, we can map these features directly to specific operational profiles. If you are an agri-entrepreneur, you should rely heavily on the finance and market guides and fast-track any operational problems to remote experts. You can pivot your business quickly, accepting the trade-off that you need sharp digital execution skills to make it work. For a transitioning smallholder, the strategy shifts. Prioritize the model farmer network to get high-trust, visual-proof adoption, accepting a slower pace to ensure the methods actually work in your dirt. The utility of this ecosystem is found in tiered escalation. Start with the fastest digital triage and only burn the calories on slower physical networking when the context demands it.
Share Uganda, your #1 agriculture app.